There is no denying the impact that television detectives have had on media culture. From Agatha Christie's Poirot to Columbo, these sleuths have captured the hearts and minds of audiences around the world. But what about the actors who brought these characters to life? Where do they call home when they aren't solving crimes on screen? One legendary TV detective is David Suchet, who is known as Hercule Poirot in Agatha Christie's Poirot. His home in London is a beautiful house with a great backstory, inviting us to watch and listen to the whispers from the waterside bay. We also have Peter Falk as the iconic Lieutenant Columbo, who had two amazing homes, yet lived outside the paparazzi's eyes. Today we will dive deeper into their lifestyle and real estate, talk about things both actors love to do in their spare time, and try to understand if their names were synonymous with luxury interior design. Did it matter to them whether they were sitting on the plush velvet sofa or driving a convertible Cadillac? There is no second guessing, as we will show you around in the next 10 minutes. We are getting started. David Suchet. From the late 1980s until 2013, British actor Sir David Suchet starred as the detective for over 2 decades in the TV adaptation of the novel Agatha Christie's Poirot. As some of us may still remember the apartments where he was solving mystery murders, why not look inside his real-life homes, where he could forget about the fame pressure and take off the detective's shoes? David Suchet is no stranger to waterway adventures. Playing detective, he solved mysteries in Agatha Christie's Death on the Nile and Dead Man's Folly, so it's easy to see why the nominee and Emmy winner fell for St. Catherine Docks, minutes from the Tower of London in the city. St. Catherine Docks. Suchet and his actress wife, Sheila Ferris, started their life together on a narrowboat in 1974. While Suchet was a member of the Royal Shakespeare Company, they commuted on the boat from Stratford-upon-Avon to London for 13 years. As David recalls, "We were just like snails with our home in the back." First, they settled at home in Pinner, but frequently returned to the water. In 2001, they moored at St. Catherine Docks in their renovated Dutch barge, Leonie, using it as a base to visit canals and parts of the Thames. 3 years later, they discovered the listed Ivory House, a 19th century converted warehouse overlooking the dock. They bought a flat as an investment and rented it out. Yet, it still wasn't a good home to have a rest. One day, his wife Sheila, who went on their water barge, noticed a flat next to theirs on the second floor. Without further hesitation, the couple bought it and got planning permission to connect both into one big flat. Since then, the story of St. Catherine Docks house began. David Suchet had plenty of interior and exterior ideas, and he eventually refused all the incoming ideas from architects who wanted to knock down the walls. The couple was fascinated with the original tile and exposed brickwork, high-arched ceilings, triple aspect reception room facing the marina. The refurbished result was great and reminded us of the detective mansion from old movies. 2 large bedrooms are located on one side of the kitchen, along with the main bedroom and bathroom. 2 further bedrooms are furnished as study spaces, and a library media room showcases Suchet's numerous accolades. There are views of the water from the terrace facing south. He liked to relax on the terrace with a cup of tea and admire the soothing landscape after performing a hard show like Long Day's Journey into Night or All My Sons. Now it felt like at home. However, David Suchet isn't the person to rush over the luxury life. As he explained, he loved water, silence, and being closer to family. That is why he initially listed this dream home at St. Catherine Docks to move closer to his son, Robert. The apartment went on the market for almost $6 million, taking into account Detective Poirot's personal refurbishments and history. But there is one more home that is often associated with David, or better say with Hercule Poirot. Whitehaven Mansion. A small studio flat has been listed for sale in the Art Deco-style apartment block made famous as the home of Dame Agatha Christie's quirky Belgian sleuth Hercule Poirot. But is it a real setting for the movie, or did the actor himself live in the home? The answer is both no. So, what is the case? Flat 203 at 56. B. Whitehaven Mansions is the fictional residence of Hercule Poirot in the middle of the 1930s that was first mentioned in Christie's The ABC Murders, published in 1936. A 10-storied Art Deco building on the east side of Charterhouse Square only provided the exterior setting for Poirot's home address in the TV series. The 126 home block, which was constructed in 1936 by J. Gerard and Sons at a cost of almost $100,000, was designed to serve the demands of business people who would like the convenience of a compact city pied-à-terre and who had to be at Smithfield Market early in the morning. Later, Suchet disclosed in a television documentary that the building used to imitate Whitehaven Mansions was picked for its symmetry rather than its placement in the square mile. The residential apartment block features an impressive curved facade with projecting wings, a roof garden, setbacks on the 8th and 9th floors, and a basement swimming pool. The entry hall had a marble floor embedded with the shields of Charterhouse, and an inlaid ceiling covered the exterior of the entrance door before it was plastered. Prior to the renovation, the ground floor featured a porter's office and a head porter's apartment. There was a clubroom, a cocktail bar, and a public restaurant in the basement. 2 squash courts were housed in a 1-story building behind the block that was converted into a 2-story office complex known as Florin Court Studios in 2015. Although there are several 1-bedroom and 2-bedroom apartments in Florin Court, the majority of the units are tiny studios. But one flat made famous by the British actor and the TV series was first offered for sale for $480,000. What's interesting, the building was chosen as the residence and neighborhood of one of the main characters in the Batman spin-off, and it was extensively filmed once more in March 2019. Additionally, the outside was used in the 2022 movie See How They Run as the residence of Melvin Cocker Norris and Geo. In the future, will it be a private apartment or the location for the new movie set? We are still to find out. Peter Falk. Despite a long and varied career, Falk gained fame for his portrayal of the glass-eyed, disheveled but crafty Los Angeles lieutenant. Columbo always wore a grubby rain mac and smoked cigars, and usually made a false exit before uttering his catchphrase, "Just one more thing." His portrayal of the cop spawned numerous impressions. The original series ran for 7 years from 1971, but was constantly recommissioned throughout the 1980s and 1990s due to its popularity. The actor put much of his personality into ensuring that Columbo, who drove his battered old car into the vast estates of Bel Air, never cared about how much money anyone did or didn't have. But what about Peter Falk's real lifestyle? Where did he spend his money, and where did he spend his last days? His house located on Pacific Coast Highway, Malibu, was his best ever retreat when he wasn't playing a detective. It is within a quiet and highly safeguarded area, surrounded by major celebrities. Peter Falk kept his life and house private, making it hard for the media to see inside. Peter Falk and his wife Shara Denise had great dreams while they were searching for their ideal home. The large Malibu complex where the couple had resided may readily be described using Columbo's tagline, "Just one more thing." The vast and intricate house features a sizable motor court for the car enthusiast, who naturally picked the unique vehicles driven by his well-known television character Columbo, a convertible Cadillac and 1959 Peugeot convertible, model 403. The Mediterranean-style home was constructed in 1992 and is situated on an acre of land with views of the ocean. There are 4 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, an eat-in kitchen, and a dining room with a fireplace amid the almost 4,300 square feet of living space. A terrace is accessible through sliding doors from the living area, which also features a fireplace. There is a barbecue and a waterfall in the courtyard. There is also a detached garage with an additional room. The couple could arrange parties for family and friends. And of course, Denise wasn't a stranger in the entertainment circle. An interesting fact that Columbo fans may not know is that Denise appeared on the Columbo series more than any other actress. In an interview with the Los Angeles Times in 1991, the actress whom Peter eventually married described their meet-cute moment. "He saw me walking down the street and that was it." Her roles in TV series increased in importance as their relationship deepened. She frequently portrayed the romantic interest of the criminal Columbo was investigating during these episodes. Murder Under Glass, Murder, A Self-Portrait, and Columbo and the Murder of a Rock Star. Later on, this Ocean View compound has been sold for $3.18 million. But even less is known about his Beverly Hills pad, surrounded by the lush greenery at the address of 1004 North Roxbury Drive. Only a few rare photos could give us a glimpse inside his abode. The spacious 2-story house is situated next to the former home of Jack Benny and Mary Livingstone, in white and beige colors with a yellow roof tile. There is no fence around and no guards. Falk lived in this home from 1979 until 2011. From rare images and interviews, we know the interior of the mansion was impressive, with spacious rooms filled with exquisite furnishings and decor. Falk's eclectic taste was evident throughout the house, with an impressive collection of art and antiques adorning the walls and shelves. The living room featured a grand fireplace and floor-to-ceiling wooden windows that allowed natural light to flood the space, creating a warm and inviting atmosphere. Large chandeliers were seen in different rooms. As Peter was interested in drawing, he had a separate room for sketching portraits and taking a nap. He was an incredible sketcher with charcoal. He loved good music, drawing, photography, going to museums, and watching fine films. Moreover, he was awarded Knight of the Order of Arts and Letters by the Ministry of Culture of France with the medal that was given to him by Gérard Depardieu in March 1996. But nothing lasts forever. Peter passed away at his home in Beverly Hills, alongside his beloved wife Shara, who inherited his real estate valued at $5 million. Nevertheless, his amazing movies are remembered, and his daughter Catherine Falk is a private detective in real life. As she recalls, he was always curious, and already was Columbo long before the TV director found him. Finally, we have reached the end of our detective-like episode about Peter Falk's and David Suchet's homes. We are curious if you liked the theme and whether we should continue it with more homes of actors who played detectives. Give us ideas right in the comments. We want to hear from you. Don't forget to subscribe, and thank you for watching.